Again on this cool brisky Friday. It finally stopped raining, skies are cleared, and it's cold. So, another day, another rant. Just like every day, I don't always know what I'm going to discuss. I usually just look at the interwebs, see what's being talked about today, and then we kind of go from there. So, today, we're going to talk about Call of Duty's shadow ban problem and player count. So, once again, yesterday, for the second week in a row, a very large number of credible accounts. Credible because a lot of these accounts are established players with credibility, players who consistently play on LAN, players who consistently have qualified for the World Series of Warzone and played on LAN. And believe it or not, a handful that even I'm familiar with that they're mouse players. So naturally mouse players, mouse and keyboard players, they tend to be a little flashy. They flick, they target switch really fast, so it kind of looks like they're aimbotting and things like that. Just really good players, right? But like I said, this is everywhere. This is controller players, mouse players. Like it's a whole spectrum of players that are all. They've been in the shadow ban loop for going on 2 weeks, for some of them 3 weeks, and there's no rhyme or reason, right? Because when players get shadow banned, they don't get told why. Obviously, we tend to figure it has to do with mass reporting, but there's been at least 2 players that I've seen because they directly posted about it. There's probably more, but these 2 particularly posted about it where they said they got shadow banned, didn't play the game because when you get shadow banned, obviously you get put into like high paying lobbies, if you can even find a lobby, right? So they didn't play. They were told that their account was going to be under review for 7 days. That's usually how long a shadow ban lasts. After about 8 or 9 days, they literally went to log on to the game, and before they even got to load into a lobby, they got shadow banned again. So literally they couldn't even play, which means they didn't even get a chance to get into a lobby to get mass reported. So something weird is happening there, right? And today, what triggered this rant is one of the players that I watch, one of the content creators. He said there's the second straight week that he's been directly shadow banned. So he's saying, listen, if he can't get out of the shadow ban loop, he's done with COD. He's officially done with COD because there's no reason why he's getting shadowed 2 straight weeks in a row. He's not provided a reason. And he also has no certainty that if he continues to play, this isn't going to continue to happen. And a lot of people in the community are feeling that way. Like, this company claims to have a functional anti-cheat. That's their claim. Nobody believes it's functional. Nobody even believes it's real at this point. Like, nobody thinks Ricochet is a real anti-cheat. But then on top of supposedly having an anti-cheat, you have this shadow ban system that doesn't have any rhyme or reason to how it even works. You could get mass reported and get shadowed. Hell, in 2 cases, you could not even play, and then when you go to log in, you get shadowed. So nobody knows, right? Nobody knows what's the criteria for being shadow banned and why it always takes 7 days. A lot of people have theorized that the 7 days is just like standard procedure, but even that is a problem because it's like, okay, the email they get says that their account is under review, but if everyone is always shadowed for 7 days, that sounds automated to me, which is a problem because if I'm not cheating in any way whatsoever, but somehow I get shadowed, why should I have to wait 7 days when I'm not cheating? Why is it always 7 days? So to me, that is an automated system that's broken, and whatever metrics they're using to determine a shadow ban are also broken. And, So you have all these shadow bans. You have a bunch of players who are like, whatever, I'm shadowed, I'm not gonna play. So a lot of people are not playing for a full week minimum. On top of the fact that COD is still down bad. Every day I still see people getting disconnected from games. I still this ranked is full of cheaters. Multiplayer is full of cheaters. Blatant cheaters too. We're not talking about like, oh, we think someone's cheating. Like, no, you look at kill cams and you see a guy, you see a player tracing, following you through a wall. You see the aimbot snap. People are posting clips of people spin botting, killing everybody on the map. Like, it's blatant. It's literally blatant cheating. And what's crazy is a lot of people are starting to memorize names as proof that, okay, this person is blatantly cheating and your supposed Ricochet isn't even banning them. And in many cases, they're not even being shadow banned because they're being reported and they're still getting into these ranked games with all the regular players ruining players' games. There's still cheaters who can crash the servers. There's numerous clips, you can look them up, where a legit team will beat a cheater or a team of cheaters in ranked and they get DC'd instantly. So it's like as soon as the cheaters lose, to just ruin it for everybody, they crash the server. And yet, no word from Ricochet, no word on server stability, no word on anything, right? So player counts dropping. Call of Duty views for content creators are massively dropping. You got content creators out here who are trying to figure out their futures because, again, for a lot of people, this is a full-time job. And for a lot of those people, Call of Duty was all their views, right? Was 90 to 100% of their views. So Call of Duty views being down, that means their revenue is severely down. And, bills got to get paid, right? So you got all these creators who are in turmoil because they're like, yo, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should keep playing COD. I don't know if I should start picking up another game now before it's too late. There's so much uncertainty. So player counts dropping. So like clockwork, what does Activision do? Free to play weekend starting today. Double XP everything. Double battle pass, double weapon, double XP, rank, to try to get a little boost in the player numbers, right? Real deceptive shit. Cause they know nobody wants to play the game and nobody wants to even see the game being played. So they're gonna hyperinflate the numbers to end the year by throwing out this free-to-play weekend and throwing out this quadruple double XP event for those same free-to-play players so they can rank up their weapons and rank up the battle pass and rank up their status and all that, maybe prestige. Also, they can end the year with a quarterly report that says, oh, look, we had a big spike around the holidays, but it's inflated bullshit. The only reason they might get a spike is because it's free to play. And even then, I don't even know if this is going to help them because everybody knows the game is down bad right now. So I don't see how in other years it'd be different if the game wasn't down and did a free to play weekend. But with the game being down like this and everyone talking about it, I don't think it's gonna work this time around. And they're gonna realize it. They're gonna see it in the numbers. They're gonna see that, like, damn, we gave them a free to play weekend. We gave them a quadruple double XP event, and the numbers didn't. They didn't even out. And it's just like, no, because the core of the game is broken. The core being, three main pillars, if you want to say anything: game stability, cheating, and the audio. You can't hear anything. You can't hear someone standing right next to you. Like, not standing, but you can't hear someone running right next to you. So it's like the game's just not fun. And I said three pillars, but really there's more because, like, hit registration is still bad. We have ghost bullets happening, things like that. But, like, the base pillars of the game don't work, right? And everybody knows it. Like, it's not a secret. So making the game free this weekend is like, I don't think it's gonna matter. And I think the community knows. I think the community knows it's not gonna matter. And as usual, it's upsetting to see people who are trying to like force their way through this, pretending everything's all right. And it's just like, man, I actually had to look this up. So the last time I played was like November 27th, I think. I haven't touched this game since November 27th. And I don't miss it. I really don't. I'm having a good time playing other games right now, and you know, I'm watching everyone who's forcing themselves through this just be miserable every night, and they get to, they a lot of them try to tell themselves that they're not miserable, but next time y'all play, for all of y'all saying y'all not miserable, next time y'all play, put a little mirror next to your monitor and look at your face from time to time, or pull up your own stream if you're streaming, and look at your face from time to time, and then you tell me if you don't look miserable. Because your audience can see your face. Y'all do have webcams. Your audience can see your face, and they can see they see your facial expressions. And that's not even counting when y'all are yelling. So, but it is what it is. Just wanted to touch on that for today's rant. Just the shadow ban system, the broken anti-cheat, and the low player count that's destroying the game right now. We'll see what the numbers are after this weekend, but if I was a betting man, I'd say they're not going to see the spike that they want to see. I think the game is too down right now. It needs a lot of very important core fixes, and making it free for a weekend is not gonna it's not gonna change that. That's not gonna change the player base's mind. So that's it. That's all I got.